Yes, good morning to one and all. I am Navin Kumar Sri Ramoju. So, from today onwards, I am going to start a lecture series on programming languages. So, one track will be dealing with the C programming tutorials, and the other track will be dealing with the Java program tutorials. So, let us start like this. So, now before going into the actual discussion of what is programming language, we have to understand what is a programming, what is the meaning of the term programming. So I'm writing here programming. So now let us understand that programming is a process of giving instructions to a computer so that it can perform some task. So the definition is like this. I'll write the definition here. So programming is the process of giving instructions to a computer so that it can perform the tasks. So this is a simple definition. So in the first 2 to 3 videos we are going to discuss with some theoretical part. So once we are okay with the theoretical part and the terms, we will be going into the actual coding of the given problems. So now these instructions, so I have told you like programming is the process of giving instructions to a computer so that it can perform task, right? Understood. Now can we do programming in any language? We know that is the second question. Yes, you can do programming in any language, so the instructions, so here we are talking about instructions, right? So these instructions can be written in any programming language, in any programming language. That means code is not restricted to any particular single programming language. You can go with C programming, you can go with Java programming, you can go with Python programming also. Okay, there are many languages. So these are the 3 very popular languages. So I have taken off these examples, but logic knowing is very important. Syntax knowing is the next important thing. So that changes from language to language. In C language we will be using different type of rules in order to frame the instructions and performing a task. In a Java we have a different thing, and in Python we have a different thing, right? So now in all this explanation I have told you that we are dealing with programming, and we have seen one definition, that programming is a process of giving instructions to a computer so that it can perform the task. Okay, understood. But in actual scenario, in real time, if at all a problem is given and asked you to write some code, what we are going to do? So that is the point here we have to understand. So for that, what we are doing is we are going with the the actual step-by-step process now. Now see here, programming. Programming usually involves programming usually involves number 1, writing the code. In the form of instructions. Number 2, testing the code. That means checking whether we have written according to the rules or not. Checking. Testing is nothing but checking the code written. The third one is debugging. Sometimes it happens like we may not follow some instructions already existing. So if at all we are not following the instructions, then it is called as an error, and in order to fix the error or remove the error, we undergo a process called as debugging, and debugging is the very crucial step, like it will fix the errors. Okay, and the fourth one is improving. Like, is there any, we will be thinking of any easiest manner than the existing one, right? So making the program further easy, right? So these are the things you have to follow in order to write the program and understand what we are actually doing with the programming, right? Now once this is done, we'll go with types of programming. I will go with types of programming, and different types of programmings exist in the software world. Different types of programming exist in the software world. The first one is called as web development. Right, web development, where we generally go with developing the websites and web applications. The second one is mobile app development. Mobile app development, where we will be talking about developing the mobile applications. Very frequently or very seen applications are Android applications. The next one is gaming application, game development. Game development, where we are talking about developing the games, different type of games, video games. The next type of programming is linked to data science and AI. Data science and AI, where we are talking about data analysis. Okay, and building even better systems than the existing. The next one is system programming. Where we are dealing with operating systems, okay, and hardware resources. So these are the some of the listed type of programming. There are many existing programmings, but these are the most frequently and the courses which will give you a job, right? So try to understand what I'm telling, right? Next, now once we have got an idea of what is what, so in the previous topic I have told you that Suppose you are writing some programming, the programming may be C language or Java or Python. So what we'll do here is, since C is considered to be the initial programming language, so we'll start learning C programming language. So that is done like this. Now we are talking about introduction to C programming. Right? What is C actually? What is C? C is a general purpose programming language developed by a person called as Dennis Ritchie at Bell's Labs in 1972. In simple, I am writing. I am not going to write all the definition. C is a programming language. Is a programming language. Okay. Next, C was developed by a person called as Dennis Ritchie. Okay. C was developed in the labs called as Bell's AT and T's Bell's Laboratory, and in the year 1972. This is all the simple things you have to understand. Right? C is a programming language, general purpose, used for developing any type of application. C was developed by Dennis Ritchie, said to be father of C, in the labs AT&T Bell's Laboratory, and in the year 1972. Right? Why C is considered to be the pioneer? That means before learning any programming language, people suggest you to learn C programming. Why? What is the reason? The reason is like this. The first reason is it is fast and efficient. The second reason is it is portable. Portable means it can work on any type of operating system. Right? The third one is structured and modular. That means it is well structured and modular. That means no need of worrying by seeing the sizes of the program. Just cutting down the biggest program into smallest possible parts, we can easily handle the programming in C. Okay. Then widely used in system programming. So these are the four things you have to keep in mind and said to be the reason for learning C. It is very fast and efficient, portable, structured and modular, and used in system programming. Right? Now, after learning all this, also if at all you do not have clarity on why, still you have any doubt on why we have to learn C programming, some more reasons are there, we'll talk about them. Yes, learning C will help you in first reason, internal functionality of a computer. Internal functionality of a computer. Right? So when we work with the computer, we know only the outside dimension of a computer. But if at all you learn C will help you in understanding the internal functionality of a computer. Okay. Right. Next, second reason is like this. If you learn C, then you can learn any other programming language. Why? Because C is said to be the mother of all programming languages. C will teach you all fundamentals. Okay. Right. Next, if you learn fundamentals, it is easy for us to learn any other programming languages. A strong foundation. C is said to be giving you a strong foundation to learn other languages. Okay, and the fourth one is it is used to develop all types of all types of services like operating system services, embedded system services, and high performing applications, right? So these are the things which will give you a clarity on why you have to learn C language, right? And the last topic in today's class is applications of C language. So what type of applications we can develop if you learn C programming language? Here is a list. We will make a list and we'll close the class. Application areas of C. The first one is operating system. The second one is embedded system. The third one is device drivers. The fourth one is compilers. You might have learned about this compiler design. So the programming intelligence behind the compiler design subject is C language only. Then database systems, then network software, then scientific applications. I can elaborate all these application areas, but since we need coding more and not the theory, so I am just stopping here, and this is all about today's class. So on every Wednesday and every Saturday we will be releasing the program tutorials of length 15 minutes to 30 minutes on C language, and on the other side Java language. So this is all about today's class. Hope you have understood. So we will be talking about the programming in the coming days. Thank you.